So this week, we are going to take a look at creating interfaces and abstract classes, which kind of expands on what we learned about inheritance last week. We're also going to talk a little bit about garbage collection and resource management, but we're going to actually wait to utilize some of those techniques until we are actually working with databases and files. So for the textbook reading, you only have to read the pages that deal with interfaces, abstract classes, and sealed classes in chapter 13. And you do not need to complete the hands-on exercises. And then in chapter 14, we are kind of focusing on garbage collection and what that is. You do not need to worry about reading the section on finalizers because it's not recommended that you use those anyway. And as far as the iDisposable interface goes, we are going to be looking at that and working with it later in the semester when we work with database connections and files. So for right now, I just want you guys to understand what garbage collection is, why it is important, and how it works. Okay, so that is what you should be picking up out of that chapter. Okay, so that's the reading. And then for the lecture demo, there's one on interfaces and abstraction or abstract classes. And then there's one on garbage collection. And so for our abstract classes, there is a video that walks you through all this, but you'll learn how to create and use an interface, and you'll learn how to create and use an abstract class. And then you will also learn what a sealed class and a sealed method are and why they are used. And there's lots and lots of coding examples in here. For the garbage collection, this is actually super short because I just want you guys to understand what the purpose of it is and how it works. Okay. And there really is no video because it's kind of self-explanatory. That's it. That's the whole thing right here. So pretty short. But I think it is important that you know that it exists and that it is kind of running in the background and what it does. So for the lab assignment, we are really focusing on implementing the interface and inheritance and abstract classes. So you've got several different exercises, and they're all going to be kind of short, where I'm giving you an interface and you have to implement it. Here, you're actually going to create a class and you're going to seal it. So I'm giving you an interface. I'm giving you a class that implements the interface, and you're going to have to derive a new class from that, and you're going to have to seal it. Okay, and so there's directions on how to do that. And then you're going to create a new class from an abstract class that I'm giving you. Okay, and after all of that, you are going to be ready to create your own. So you're going to create your own abstract class and or an interface, either one. You're going to create it and you're going to either derive a new class or implement your interface. Okay, and there is more detailed instructions in the assignment video. Once you finish the assignment, and make sure you do the assignment before you attempt the test. Okay. Once you finish the assignment, you are going to do the quiz. And this is a little different than the other ones because there's only 15 questions, lots of different question types, but there are coding exercises. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, just so you're prepared when you come in. And the coding exercises deal with inheritance, implementing interfaces, abstract classes, and creating a method with params. Okay, so I'll give you that hint right up front. Oh, I'm going to have to log in as an instructor to show you this. So hold on here. Now I am an instructor instead of a student. Go back here. It should have. Back to the quiz. I love that when security won't even let me get into my own quiz. Here we go, preview. All right. So here is an example of what you are going to have to do. So you've got this little program here. Okay, and you can see we've got an overloaded method. Okay, and it's being called 3 times. We're sending it, differing numbers, a different quantity of numbers each time. And you have to create a single method called calc that you can use to replace all of these. Okay, and you'll be adding the code right here. Okay, so you could actually copy this, and paste it into Visual Studio and work on it there, and then copy and paste that new method here. Okay, and here's another one. You're given a base class and you got to derive a new one. Okay, and then the requirements for the derived class are listed. So we have several programming exercises in this test. So it's a little different than previous tests that you guys have taken. I wanted to point that out so that nobody is surprised when they get in there. Um, so you do have, there is no time limit, and you do have 3 shots at taking the test. Keep in mind that those programming exercises I have to manually correct. Okay, and so normally when I correct your code, I tell you what the problem is and I tell you how to fix it. This is a test, so I'm not going to be telling you how to fix it. I will let you know if you missed points, okay, but not how to fix it. Okay, so the additional resources here are for interfaces, the difference between an interface and inheritance, and abstract classes. The videos I think are quite good. I like the Tim Curry who does them. So I'm introducing you to him because he does a really good job on his C# videos. If you guys do have questions or run into problems, please let me know and have an awesome week.